What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. This your host Trey. That's my homeboy and co-host Face.
What up, world?
And today we have got a lot of NFL coverage to talk about, man. Especially when you're talking about the new signing or latest signing and addition to the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. So I guess we'll start there, right? We'll start with Zeke. Now, I think I think the signing of Zeke Elliott, it was I mean it's okay. It's not a great signing. All right, not for me. You already got Ramondre Stevenson. He can block and he can run. I guess you needed somebody who could catch the ball, block and run too. So you got Zeke. I mean, I know they're going to pound him a lot. That's what they do. But at the end of the day, man, is that really going to move the needle for the New England Patriots?
I don't think so. I think it depends on Zeke. I think if he come and try to rebirth himself, and maybe he come with a chip on his shoulder. But from the Zeke I was seeing in Dallas, it seemed like he was on a decline. Zeke ain't had the same spunk. Like for real, he just maybe he was tired of Dallas. So that's what
Uh,
it depends on Zeke. Because from what I was seeing in Dallas, it seemed
man,
like he was going downhill.
Zeke had one of the best offensive lines in the NFL in Dallas. Okay. Zeke's rookie year, he came out, he rushed for 1,631 yards, averaging 5.1 yards per rush. He got 15 rushing touchdowns, right? His long was 60 yards that year. The next year, 2017, he only ran for 983 yards on 242 carries. Then the next, well, and he was average 4.1 yards per carry on with 7 touchdowns and a 30-yard long. Okay, he had one fumble that year. Then you come to 2018. He rushed, he carried the ball 304 times. He rushed for a total of 1,434 yards, 4.7 yards per carry, with a total of 6 touchdowns that year. He fumbled the ball 6 times. Now, if you keep going down the years, he rushed for 1,300 in 2019, 979 in 2020, 1,002 yards in 2021, and 876 yards last year. Last year, he was splitting carries with Tony Pollard. I imagine he'll be splitting carries again with Ramondre Stevenson this year. The only positive that really comes along with this is the fact that now when you have Zeke Elliott out there, you don't know if they're going to run or pass the ball. And when you have somebody like Juju Smith-Schuster on the outside and Kayshon Boutte out of LSU, rookie wide receiver, all right, when you got things like that, those are potential weapons. I really don't. I like Devontae Parker, but I really don't think Parker moves the needle. I think it's more going to be Juju and the tight ends they have up there, Hunter Henry, things like that, along with your boy um, Zeke Elliott. So I think it's a good move for the New England Patriots. I'm not sure how many more wins it gets them. It will eat up a lot of clock. Remember, a couple years ago, New England beat Buffalo running the ball all game long. All they did is run the ball all game. So I think this is going
Well,
to be a good toy for Bill Belichick.
if he could motivate Zeke and bring Zeke out that shell, I think it'll be a good pickup. But at the same time, I don't really see it being no. I don't see it being like the Jet situation. The Jet situation actually, it was a plus by them getting Dalvin Cook. You know that they scored a touchdown because you got the dude who been doing it at a high level for the last 4 years. He's fast. He still got speed. He could do everything you can ask a running back to do. Plus, you got another running back that's getting healthy as this happening. So I feel like they got a two-headed monster down there and up there in Jets.
Man, but the thing is, Brees Hall's coming back from that torn ACL. Really not too sure about how he is going to fare coming back from that torn ACL. It's only been 8 months right now, 9 months. So Dalvin Cook's going to get a heavy dosage of the carries for the Jets now that he signed up there with the Jets for 1 year for $7 million is what I believe is what they gave him, $7 million. So it's not the 10 million that he was looking for, but it's still decent, right?
I thought they gave him 8.6.
He's seven. He's
They gave
guaranteed
Zeke
to get.
7.
Yeah, seven. He's guaranteed to get. 1 point something is what he can earn in bonuses and stuff like that. So, in all actuality, for those of you who don't know taxes or don't pay attention, that means he's really gonna make about $3 million because he's got to pay 40-something% in taxes because he's up in New York. Okay, so he's got to pay the state taxes in New York plus pay the regular federal income taxes. So that's going to drop him back down to, he probably out of that $7 million, he'll probably get like 3, maybe 2. So financially, was it a good idea for him? No, I think he should have signed with the Miami Dolphins, me personally. But at the end of the day, it was his decision. All right, the Jets are a team who are really on the cusp of greatness. The problem is that they got Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. All right. And last I checked, Aaron Rodgers postseason, he's not that dude. Okay. And the AFC is a dogfight right now. It's a straight dogfight. Whether you're talking about Trevor Lawrence with Jacksonville, okay, or the fact that you got Joe Burrow with Cincinnati, or you got Lamar Jackson with the Ravens, or you got Josh Allen with the Buffalo Bills, or you got Justin Herbert with the Chargers, or you got Patrick Mahomes with the Chiefs, or you got there's a long list of quarterbacks, okay, that are out there in the AFC, and it's very dangerous grounds for a quarterback that doesn't have a great offensive line. So this pickup of Dalvin Cook, if they allow him to run the ball like they should, and actually play the game the way it's supposed to be played, this could give them the ability to be able to get some quicker routes out. Let Dalvin chip these ends when they're coming rushing past DeBrickashaw Ferguson, and yeah, try to store up that offensive line because right now, okay, and I hate to put it on the young man, but he's a bum. The tackle right now for the Jets, okay, it's not DeBrickashaw Ferguson. I forgot what his name is right now, but he's a bum. Okay, he's an individual who performs below the unit of measure. Okay, that has been set for him. When you weigh 340, 350 pounds, and I understand he's coming back off an injury, he messed up his knee, he had a surgery last year. But if you're crying and complaining about playing on turf, brother, you play in a stadium that your whole stadium is on turf. That stadium up there with the Jets is on turf, brother. Okay, they don't play on grass. That's not natural grass field up there in New Jersey that they play on. So at the end of the day, man, I think Aaron Rodgers is in trouble, and I think Dalvin Cook could be there to save his life if he allows Dalvin to get that route. What say you, Face?
Hey, I feel like this. Once you get a playmaker, you have to get the ball in your playmaker's hands. So being the Dalvin Cook is there, I understand. I feel like they're gonna have to utilize him as much as possible. It's just that for Aaron Rodgers even to get comfortable and acclimated with the team, it's always good to have somebody you can hand the ball off to and get some productivity. Now, if he ain't have no running back, it's gonna fall all on Aaron, and now you forcing Aaron to do some magical things, and I think the magic gone for Aaron. but I feel like he got enough weapons around him where he could still be effective. That's what the Jets are doing now. They surrounding this man with weapons because of the fact that they know they don't have a top-notch offensive line. So you got to get people where you could get the ball out quick, get it out of his hands quick. Dalvin Cook is one that could get it out the backfield. Just like extend running plays, just throw it to him out the backfield and try to get yards like that. So I feel like Dalvin Cook was a good pickup for the Jets.
I mean, brother, when you're talking about a running back who last year ran for 1,173 yards on a total of 264 carries, you're talking about somebody who gets to the money. That's an average of 4.4 yards per carry, brother. And remember, he did share carries in the backfield with Madison. He also still is coming back, or is constantly hampered by that shoulder dislocation that he had a few years back. That's the only thing that really holds this young man off of the football field right now. So, brother, we know Dalvin is a great addition to the Jets. We know that the offensive scheme that they're running up there is identical. That zone read scheme that they're running is identical to the scheme that he just came from running in Minnesota. So a lot of the terminology, a lot of what he is going to be used to, or he is used to seeing, is still going to be seen in front of him. Those same lanes, those same everything. Now he's got Garrett Wilson on the outside instead of Justin Jefferson. Now he's got an upgrade at quarterback because he's got Aaron Rodgers at quarterback instead of Kirk Cousins. He's got a great, consistent defense. Like them young boys biting out there. I believe that there's some dogs, and I think that Robert Saleh's got him headed in the right direction. But does Robert Saleh have I'm just gonna say it. Does he have the gumption, the cojones to run this team and not let Aaron Rodgers take over this team? Because if he lets Aaron Rodgers do what Tom Brady did, okay, in Tampa, and get away from running the ball, which is the same thing Aaron Rodgers wanted to do with Green Bay, and they made him run the ball, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem.
I don't think.
You don't think his homeboy Nate Hackett going to let him get off like that?
I don't think he got that type of pull like Tom had. You know what I mean? His credentials. That's why they were bumping it. Listen, you got to think about it. If he had it like that, he'll still be in Green Bay. Think about it, because he'll still be getting his way in Green Bay. He'll probably got the coach fired. They were tired of Aaron Rodgers up there. Everybody was tired of Aaron.
Brother, he got it like that. His best friend is the offensive coordinator that he has over there with the Jets right now. Okay? Nate Hackett, or Nathaniel Hackett, is his best friend. Literally, his best friend. So you think if he's came out and he's exclaimed the fact that this is the best offensive coordinator in NFL history. Nathaniel Hackett doesn't even have a Super Bowl. He is not Andy Reid. He is not your boy over there with the Raiders as an offensive coordinator. The reason that Aaron Rodgers is so comfortable with Nathaniel Hackett being his offensive coordinator is because he feels he can control the offense. He feels he's going to run it. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I just feel like Dalvin Cook is too good of a weapon not to use him. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the guys you can't get around. So if you do that with a running back like Dalvin Cook at your disposal, you and your partner gonna be out of there. You and the offensive coordinator are gonna be looking for a job come next year because you got to utilize the weapons that you have. And I just feel like Dalvin Cook is a safety net, like you said, a safety net for Aaron Rodgers because he could dump it to him out the backfield if he hand it off to him. You know, he usually get positive yards, so I feel like that's a plus for Aaron, especially when your offensive line ain't as good as you would like it to be. So I feel like he need to utilize Cook as much as possible. You get the ball in the hands of your weapons.
Okay, I can definitely respect that, Faith. I think you're on point with that one. I think that if they do follow that recipe, then they can be successful. But the thing is following the recipe. A lot of people don't like to follow recipes. We'll find out though. So let's get on to this next topic, man. Let's talk about these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right. And what we saw in this preseason game. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. There was a lot of good preseason games, and maybe we will talk about a few of them. Maybe I'll give y'all some scores or something like that. But we're gonna start with this Buccaneer game. And everything that I saw during the game, the way that Baker Mayfield came out, started eight. He was 8 for 9. He dropped that dime to Trey Palmer in the corner. He was elusive. That's how he ended up not getting sacked. He did have the same offensive line out there that Kyle Trask had. I repeat, he had the same offensive line and the same wide receivers that Kyle Trask had. So there's no excuse for why Kyle Trask comes out there, throws interceptions, gets sacked 3 times. Like, there's no excuse for these things.
I won't even say that I told you so, but I told y'all before this game, I said Baker gonna end up starting. It ain't no way in the hell. I just feel like they doing the whole circus of the quarterback competition is to not make Kyle Trask feel a certain kind of way, bringing in another quarterback and just handing them the starting position over him. So I feel like they went through the process of a quarterback competition and maybe hopes they did give him an opportunity to win
Oh, you're blanking out, Faith. Okay, come on
but
back.
at the end of the day, I feel like Baker has more than Moxley.
It's not just that Baker has more than Moxie.
You
Yeah, I hear you. It's not just
didn't
that
know?
Baker has. Yeah, I can hear you. You're a little distorted, but I can hear you. Okay, but it's not just that Baker has more than Moxie. Okay, it's the fact that Baker Mayfield has experience in the NFL. Kyle Trask, okay, is averaging 1 interception a quarter that he plays. 1 interception a quarter he plays. Ever since the Oklahoma State, Florida debacle, where he threw 7 interceptions in his final college football game. Every quarter that he has played in the NFL, he's thrown an interception. So there's no defending what this young man has done. He's not a bum. He's a slug. He's lower than a bum. He's a slug. He crawls on his belly day by day, wishing for the salt to go away. Cause he's a slug.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a slug, brother.
So officially, he goes from Kyle Trash to Kyle Trash.
Yes,
So
yes,
take the
yes.
K off and go to add H.
Go ahead and add an H. We already know that the auto caption has been putting it as Kyle Trash anyway, so we'll just go ahead and let it keep it like that. Because that's
Yeah.
what's been happening. Man, so but let's talk about something else about these Tampa Bay Bucks real quick. All right. Ryan Jensen has today it came out and said that Ryan Jensen's knee is still bothering him and he will not be ready for the start of the season. Now, if you remember correctly, Ryan Jensen is the center that the Buccaneers were missing all year last year, and he came back to play the one playoff game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady. Okay. Um, he tore his. I was actually at the practice when he tore his knee last year, and I was sitting front row watching it. For him to not have knee surgery last year and to just tough it out like that, that's why we're at the point we're at with him right now. There's going to be a lot of swelling in that knee consistently because of the lack of having the surgery. So he's still not cleared for contact, which means he's not participating in contact drills yet. Uh, he had to push the issue to even be able to play last year. How much is this going to hurt the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Faith? Starting Robert Haynes at center or Nick Leverett.
You know it's going to hurt. You know how hard it is to find a good center. And, you know, just the toughness and the attitude that he brings to the team, it's like that's what we're going to miss more than just the actual person. You know what I mean? That's one of our hogs up front. That's one of the main was to, you know, protect the quarterback at all costs. So, you know, it's going to hurt, but at the same time, I feel like now I guess the best time then because you ain't going for no Super Bowl. you ain't going for the Super Bowl this year. So, you know, I just going to get health adjustment. And I feel like he'll be all right, though, man. I feel like they just being cautious with him because of the fact that they probably mishandled the way they handled it last year, and now they're trying to protect their player. But at the end of the day, you know, this the NFL linemen they durable, but it's like that's like centers, and then they like once they go to having knee problems and stuff like that, it's
a wrap. It's a wrap. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get on to another position that happened out there with Tampa Bay, because if I remember correctly, and I don't want to say I told y'all so, but I told y'all that Devontae Tompkins, okay, was going to be the second coming of AB. And the man did not fail. Okay, he looked great out there against that starting Steeler defense because, yeah, the Steelers started their defense. And Trey Palmer, I told you all about him too. Another boy out of LSU, also out of Nebraska. Beast, straight dog. Gave you the touchdown when Baker dropped the biscuit in the basket. There's a bright future down here in Tampa.
And especially for him, because that's one thing that Tampa was missing last year was speed on the receiver. We didn't have nobody to take the tops off with the safeties. We didn't have enough speed at the receiver position last year. So this is definitely a good look for Tampa. One of these dudes pop out and be what
it's not an if. It's not an if. And mark my word, you heard it here first. Russell Gage needs to get off of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we need to run with these youngsters. We need to stop the Russell Gage because, and I believe everybody needs to be, if you are a Buccaneer fan, you need to scream from the highest mountains, get Russell Gage off this team. Let's run with Devin Tompkins. Let's run with Trey Palmer, and let's see what we got. Because right now, Russell Gage does not touch the field for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He really didn't touch the field last year. I don't understand how he got the 7 touchdowns that he got last year, 8 touchdowns he got last year, because the man didn't play. He didn't touch the field. But when he did play, Brady got him the ball. Now I know he's electric. He has the ability to be electric because he runs good routes. But when you stay hurt like this is year two. You've been hurt for me, man. You've been hurt every year that we've been down here in Tampa, and now it's the hamstring. And hamstrings, when you mess with those, that's gonna linger. I just I don't feel comfortable, me personally, with
You got
Russell
it, Hammer.
Gage.
You got to go home and sit with your man. Hey,
Yes,
but I
sir.
feel like, hey, guess what? You can pay both their contracts with his because they both rookies.
Yep.
You know what I
Practice
mean?
squatters.
Definitely. So why not get 2 for 1 with the type of speed, young receivers? They fresh. You know what I mean? Russell stay hurt. Gage stay hurt up. So I feel like I go with the younger, more speed receivers and try to build them up.
Don't forget about Kalen Geiger too. I also forgot to mention him, number 80. Be on the lookout for number 80, number 89, and number 10. Mark my word, those three wide receivers, they deserve an opportunity down here in Tampa, and I believe those young men will get it.
And even if they don't get it here, they're going to get it somewhere. So
Yeah,
I feel like they should get it here.
definitely should. All right. Well, that's a wrap for today, you guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Okay, we will be come back at you tomorrow. I know we do have some NFL games this week, so also be on the lookout for the upcoming previews. Get you guys some odds, numbers, things like that. Get you ready for the games. Get you ready for that bookie. But all right, y'all. I'ma holler at you, man. Y'all be easy, man. Peace.
Peace.